comments on the game, and then we'll turn it over for questions.
Well, it must have been a tremendous halftime speech, judging by that third quarter score. We came out very, very flat. I thought we were going to get run off the court for a little while. And then the first unit really clicked. We went to some full court pressure, and I think that ended up being the difference. They were very good. Their big man obviously had a great game, but we're very happy with our whole team effort.
Questions?
Coach Sullinger, just talk about the Turkish kid play, the world team.
Yeah, he's quite a force. We tried a few different things, and we're just glad that, honestly, that there weren't that many kickouts. So we tried to drop down and rip a little bit. He was still making baskets, so he was a very, very good player. I'm just glad the game came out the way it did.
He's light on his feet. He's very aggressive and he's strong. So I mean, he's about one of the strongest players I played against. So he's a really good player.
Harrison, talk about those threes.
I have to commend my teammates, Tyree Irvin and Brandon Knight, as well as some of the bigs like Jared and Patrick, for giving me good kickouts and giving me good shots.
Coach, how worried were you, considering what happened here last year in that third quarter? How worried were you going to have a repeat of these guys from last year?
Yeah, quite worried at that time. I was looking for something to put my foot down where we could get a stop, maybe turn the tide. And I think Terrence's basket at the end of the third quarter was huge. Gave us a little lift and prevented us from really being deep in the hole. And we didn't know really who to start after 4 practices, but the first unit clearly brought some fierce pressure, and it wore them down a little bit. We knew from last year's game that their bigs negated our pressure by bringing the ball up the court, so we went with a little zone pressure where we'd still be able to keep our guards up front.
What else could you say about Terrence Jones and how he played?
Well, I was a participant in the Les Schwabe tournament last year, and he reminded me that we double-teamed him the whole game to beat him up. I was impressed at the consistency of his outside shot. A lot of times you see big guys, supposedly post players, shoot from the outside, and in a team like this, I really didn't think we needed him to. But his basket and then his coast-to-coast drive was really another turning point in the game. He was tremendous.
So you would say that three at the end was really a big moment?
It was better than the Gatorade water that they got, definitely.
Coach, can you talk about Kyrie and just his play down the stretch and his playmaking?
Well, I got confidence watching Kyrie and Brandon in the zone pressure. They looked like pit bulls. They appeared to be absolutely ferocious, and I think the defense at the end really kicked our offense alive, so I was very pleased with it.
Okay, Harrison, what's the whole process been like for you just finish the game and now it's forward?
It's a great opportunity for me to just come here and not only represent our country, but also represent the Midwest and the state of Iowa. And I'm just so humbled on the experience.
Was this a typical Harrison Barnes game?
I had a good night shooting 3. Usually I'm more in attack mode going to the hoop, but my teammates did a great job finding me, so it allowed me to get good shots.
Jared, you finished 10th and 14, no turnovers, couple steals, 22 points, and a lot of people are going to walk out of here tonight talking about Cantor, but what kind of confidence does this give you going into your college career?
It really gives me confidence because, like, if everybody says I can't finish over bigger people or more athletic, and it kind of helped me to, adjust my game to the next level, getting me ready for the next level. So it's really big confidence.
how much does it mean for you guys to beat the world in this game? Considering what happened last year especially, did you guys feel like a little bit more pressure to win this game this year?
Honestly, as talking for the bigs, our coach brought us aside and showed us a video, and they edited to show all the big man plays, and it was kind of funny because they were just telling us, this is what you don't do, and then there'd be a good play, and then it's like, this is what you do, and then everybody's just sitting there laughing, but in reality everybody last year quit, you know, in the front court. And the front court got bullied, and so we determined as bigs not to get bullied and play hard every possession, because that's what we came here to do, is to better ourselves and represent USA. So that's what we did.
Is this the first time Jared, that you've played without your dad for a little while coaching?
Yeah, since October, you know, when we had open gyms and all that stuff. So, I mean, with him watching me, I mean, it's kind of weird, because normally I'm looking to the sideline, see this big guy with a bald head, looks just like him, and I don't see him no more. It was just kind of weird.
Was this a good first step to playing without him for a while?
Yeah. I mean, there's multiple times I played without him, but this year was kind of touchy because it was my last year playing with him. So it's just giving me more confidence, because I know I can do it without him.
Coach, Jared and Harrison scored 14 straight at one point for you guys in the fourth quarter. Did you guys talk about trying to go to them, or is that just kind of how it worked out? They were the ones forcing the action.
The fellows were really playing music on their own. They're just so talented and so unselfish that whoever had the hot hand or whoever had the opportunity was going to take charge. Jared just a force, a tremendous force. I think he brings a confidence to. I know he brought a confidence to me having him on the court and his presence. He's a tough kid, and then Harrison is just he's unreal, because at times he's like a chameleon. He can change back and forth from a guard to a forward to a big man, and some of his follow-ups hurt them as much as his threes. So he's just a pleasure to have on the court, and the way that he beats people up when he has the basketball and bumps them and attacks the rim is something that you just can't teach, and you don't see it in a lot of players.
Anything else?
Hey Harrison, have you and Reggie and Kendall kind of just talked about what's going to happen when all you guys go to North Carolina, and so you have time to scope the relationship?
Yes, we have. This is actually the very first time that we've all three been on the same team, because every time we do All-Star games, on the East and I'm always on the West. So being that this was our only time being able to play together before UNC, it was a great opportunity to just be around those guys and kind of develop a little chemistry before we go there.
Thank you very much, Coach. Please.